Today, everybody, we are going to talk about a giant football-shaped fruit called Keluak. This fruit is highly poisonous, but it produces a seed that is also highly poisonous. But if you prepare it the right way, it can be used to make the popular Indonesian dish, Rawon. I am going to attempt to make Rawon myself, but also stupidly try the fruit, which, as a reminder, is poisonous. Please, do not try the fruit yourself. For 10 days, my friend Stephen and I had traveled around Queensland, Australia, in an attempt to taste as many species of fruit that we could possibly find. I have a reoccurring dream sometimes where I'm at a market and everything is like real cheap and I just fill up a big cart full of all this amazing fruit. I'm just like smiling, and then I wake up. It wasn't real. Well, today I've been pinching myself all day because it is real. We were finding so much that at first it felt like a dream come true. However, as the days went on, it became apparent that we did not wish upon a star. No, we wished upon a monkey's paw, because in those 10 days, we had found over 100 species of fruit. So for 10 days, we frantically tried to get through as much of it as we possibly could. Okay. Greetings, everybody.
Hello.
On our last night in Australia, that gigantic pile that had once sat in front of us had now dwindled down to just a few final pieces of fruit. What was left in front of us were some questionable things that we had passed off to deal with another day. And now there were no more days left. Exhausted, uncomfortably full, and delirious from going non-stop for 10 full days, we finally decided to quit. But first, we were going to try just one more fruit. Steven, what the hell is that?
This is Pangium edule. So this is a fruit that if you don't eat it right, it's poisonous. It is a very unique fruit native to the Pacific Islands.
What the hell?
Yeah, it's very
cutting open like the world's largest potato.
Yeah, it's supposed to be poisonous in certain stages of maturity.
Cool.
And you can only, it's called, the scientific name means edible.
Edible. That's a little deceptive then, isn't it?
Yeah, I can feel it's full, it just feels like there's boulders inside. And there we go. Wow. Look at that.
Crap. Okay. Look at that. Look at my hand next to it.
It's a very big fruit.
It's huge. And it's probably poisonous. I want to reach in and at least grab one of these. It's a pulp out.
Alright.
Does it smell? Are you eating it already? Hold on. If you're going to eat that and get poisoned, I want to make sure that you're in frame. Steven is going to do something dumb and try eating it.
Oh my god, it's great.
Really?
Oh yeah. It's really good.
You're messing with me.
I'm not.
You're trying to poison me.
I'm not.
You're like, there's only room for one fruit hunter. Jared, eat this poison.
I mean, we're gonna just eat a little pieces of it.
You just ate like a whole chunk. Alright, so Steven's trying to kill me.
I'm not. It is poisonous. So don't do what we do.
Put that knife down, Steven.
No, this is a good piece though.
Okay.
That looks good.
I want to try some around the seed first. It does taste good.
It's incredibly sweet. We shouldn't eat a lot of this. It's supposed to only be edible at a certain amount of ripeness. Huh?
Like, damn it, Steven.
What? Am I right?
Shouldn't eat a lot of this. It's poison. Yeah, eat it. It's really good.
It tastes really good, though. It tastes good. Like mango and melon and... I don't know. How do you even explain that?
It's nothing quite like it.
That's good. Good poison.
It's just a big triangular seed with a little bit of pulp around it.
Alright, that's as much as I should eat.
The pulp has a decent amount of sweetness to it. It's like a 7, maybe an 8. I'm going to pause here for a second because I know that Steven said this is poison when he gave it to me. But it didn't really set in. I should remind you that at this point, we are delirious. But also, after being friends with Steven for about a decade now, I've grown accustomed to him handing me fruit and saying, try this, it's poisonous.
These are called China berries. We had a big tree over there, and the goats were either eating the berries or the leaves, and the goats just kept dying.
Oh no! It's like the seeds that are poison, is it?
I think the whole thing.
The whole thing?
Yeah.
So it's just pure poison that we're eating.
So you can chew on it.
In the past, the poisonous fruit that he had given me were things that, although they should not be eaten in any great quantity, a small taste is generally fine. So when Steven started eating this thing, I figured it was okay, that he knew what he was doing. Turns out this is not entirely true. Touch of tartness.
Yeah.
A little bit, maybe like a 2.
Tongue's kind of got a weird funky feeling in my mouth now.
Now, is this actually poisonous or just poisonous if you don't eat it at the right time?
Let me check. I should have researched this a little more before we ate this. It tastes good, though. It tastes good.
Alright.
Tastes great.
Yeah, great.
It says poisonous over and over again.
Yeah, you don't eat this one.
It tastes great. But it is poisonous.
Yeah. Alright, okay.
Yeah.
So, thank you, everybody. Thank you, Steven, for giving me poison. I think the little bits that we had are probably fine, but...
you shouldn't eat this.
Don't eat this one. Thank you. See you next time.
Excuse my French. I take that. Yeah. Alright.
We're still alive.
Yay!
Yeah, we survived. I think we need to clear things up.
Yeah.
So, you fed me poison. However, before, I'm not accusing you.
Okay.
I mean, a little bit. But you heard that this was okay.
Yes.
So
yeah.
you heard it was okay.
Yeah.
But that was maybe without much explanation. So that's why you tried some and why you gave it to me.
Yes.
Not because you're trying to kill me.
Not because I'm trying to kill... I don't want to die, you know.
Thank you, Stephen.
Yeah.
So I looked online, and I went on Wikipedia, and it said the words, deadly poisonous.
Mm-hmm. Used as rat poison even, so that's really poisonous.
Uh-huh. So that is when we started to get kind of concerned. That's how when we turned off the camera from the earlier footage, we were worried.
Yeah, I was really worried.
And rightfully so, because this is a fruit that should not typically be messed with.
Not normally.
But you reached out to Peter.
Yeah, Peter Solaris.
Who knows a lot about fruit, showed us a lot of things about fruit. And you said, like, hey, Peter, did we just do something really, really stupid? And he said that particular fruit...
Yep.
Is from... Where is that from, Stephen?
So that is their own introduction of a very special edible kind.
Okay.
From Palau.
Palau is a small island, like, by Guam?
Yep, south of Guam.
Yeah, it's like...
Really in the middle of the Pacific.
And in Palau, people eat the fruit.
Yeah.
But they have a special variety of the fruit. If you have the right variety, it's okay.
Yeah.
The one we had was okay.
Yes.
So we're fine. But The flavor of it was good.
Yeah.
It was good. Yeah,
It tasted really good. Tastes like
mango-y.
like a cherimoya and mango kind of thing.
Yeah, it's all right.
It's really good.
Don't eat it.
Don't eat it. Yeah.
If you want to eat this thing, go to Palau.
Yeah.
See people eat it first. Be like,
Yeah.
they're eating it and they're like, yeah, this is great, and they offer you a piece. That's probably fine.
Yeah.
But if you go and do this yourself,
Yeah.
you run the risk of getting one that is used for rat poison
Yeah.
instead of to be eaten.
Yeah.
So we're okay.
Yeah.
But where we are right now, we have moved to a different place.
Yes.
And where we are right now is in Indonesia, in Bali.
Mm-hmm.
And if you go to the markets in Bali or other places in Southeast Asia, I've seen this in Malaysia a lot. People sell the seeds of this. They call it Keluak or Keluak. People make sorts of like soups and curries with the seed. However, the seed needs to be prepared. You need to prepare it properly. We saw it for sale at the market earlier, and a woman there, like an old lady, was trying to sell it to us.
Yes.
We said, can we eat this? And she's like, yeah, eat it.
Is this eatable? Can I eat?
Yeah,
Mangi.
Sedang makan.
let's get some.
But then this happened.
Not for eat this one, yeah. This one special for offering ceremony.
For open ceremony. Okay.
You just saved our life. Wouldn't it be ironic, Steven, if we managed to eat the fruit and didn't get poisoned, and then we're like, yeah, you can eat it, and then we both get killed?
Yeah, that would suck.
Yeah, dodged a bullet only to like walk into another bullet.
Yeah, it was not edible. That old lady was just trying to make a sale and could have made us very sick.
Yeah.
So the ones that are being sold at the markets here are being sold for ceremonial things. People use them as part of like prayer. And as you go through, you will see these little offerings around, and people use this, I believe, as an offering.
Specifically on the island of Bali.
But I have something that I picked up at a gas station. This here is Rawon, or I don't know how to say it. And this has that seed in it. The seed has been prepared properly and then mixed with other sorts of spices into a seasoning mix. So this has been prepared properly, and I'm going to take this home and I'm going to cook with it. So the next thing you should be seeing is probably me on my own.
Yeah,
so
I won't be there.
Say goodbye to Steven. Bye,
Bye-bye.
Steven. And I'm going to try this in cooking. Indonesia is one of the major Keluak producing regions, and I wasn't exactly satisfied with going all this way only to resort to using a packet that I could get in New York City. So after Steven left, I went to another market, and there I did find some. As mentioned, fresh Keluak seeds are highly poisonous. In order to make them edible, the fruits are collected, the flesh is removed from the seeds, those seeds are then cleaned, boiled, and then buried under volcanic ash for 1 month. This ferments the seed and removes some of the cyanide. Even in areas where the seeds are popular, the fruit is rarely seen. Most people are familiar with the Keluak in this state, or even more likely as a paste or a mix.
It comes from a big fruit, right? Have you seen? Do people sell the fruit?
No, I don't know. I don't know
just
because
the
it
seed.
came from the east part of Indonesia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not
So in the
from here.
east, and then it's shipped. The
Yeah.
seeds are shipped.
Yeah, yeah.
What if in Papua?
No, somewhere in Maluku.
In Maluku.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll look when I go to
Yeah,
Maluku.
yeah.
Thank you.
Hello everybody, I am sitting on the floor now because I have one of these and I'm going to attempt to crack it open. So I bought this from a vendor, and I mean they spoke like okay English, and I asked her if this is edible and she said yes. To give me a good one, she like shook several of them, and you can hear it. A little kernel on the inside is shaking around. So she's like, okay, this is a good one. Although the lady at this market took pains to make sure that the nut that I bought rattled, I have since found out that in order to find a good seed, it is recommended that you find one that does not rattle. Because when they rattle, that means that it's dried out. So I'm not sure if that vendor was trying to just offload a bad nut on me, or if she just does things a different way. In my case, it didn't really matter all that much because I couldn't get it open. This was probably a good thing too, because as I mentioned, burying the seeds removes some of the cyanide, but not all of it. If you buy the seeds in this state, you have to further prepare them by soaking them in water for around a week. And every day of that week, you have to take them out, scrub them, and then change the water out for clean water. This serves several functions. It cleans the ash off the seeds, it leaches out more of the cyanide, and it softens the shell so you can crack it open. Keluak, by the way, is not just popular in Indonesian soup. No, it is actually a key ingredient in Peranakan-style cuisine.
Peranakan.
Peranakans are an ethnic group that come from the descendants of Chinese traders that married local women at ports in Malaysia, Singapore, and Indonesia. Many of them trace their lineage back to traders that visited the port city of Malacca. I actually talk quite a bit about the history of Malacca in my Nutmeg documentary. Watch that if you haven't seen it, it's pretty good. In Peranakan cuisine, they process the nuts even further. After soaking, they crack a hole in the seeds, take the kernel out, blend it up, push it through a sieve, season it, sometimes they mix it with ground meat, and then they fill the hollow nutshell back with the mixture. The nuts are then thrown into a variety of different dishes where they finish cooking. The most popular one seems to be ayam buah keluak, which is a chicken and keluak seed dish. As you eat this dish, you take the seeds and you dig the filling out as you eat it. This is clearly a lot of work, and I will probably screw it up, so I'm not going to attempt to make this particular dish. However, I am going to try to make Rawon. Let's do it. In order to make Rawon the easy way, you get one of these. This is a packet that has all of the things that you need already prepared and inside. But we're not going to do it the easy way, we're going to do it the hard way, which means I have the Keluak. These are Keluak nuts that have been already removed from the shell, and they're just like in a vacuum sealed packet. So it's like they're in the shell, but instead of a shell, it's plastic. So I'm gonna open this guy up. Sometimes Rawon is called black nut soup because of this, the black nut of the Keluak. And they are very, very dark. So each one of these, I guess, is supposed to be one nut's worth. So we're going to go with 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to use 5 of these things. I've seen recipes that call for 2 Keluak nuts. I've seen 3 Keluak nuts, 4, 5, all the way up to 16 for the same amount of water. So yeah, I have no idea how much you're supposed to use of this. To soften the Keluak, I added some boiling water to it and let it sit for a little while. Now these are coming apart a little bit, and I thought this would be a good opportunity to give a little taste of this. The flavor of this is very interesting. That is a very interesting taste. I don't know if I've had anything quite like it, but it's in the direction of like a savory umami taste, like soy sauce or Marmite. But there's also like this little sweet, earthy note to it, like chocolate or coffee. And there's also like an aromatic wood sort of taste, like cinnamon or licorice or something, maybe more towards licorice. This is going to be a very interesting soup. Okay, let's get to it. In order to make Rawon, first you need to make a paste, and I'm going to make that paste with these aromatic ingredients right here. We've got 8 shallots, 4 cloves of garlic, 2 chilies. These are maybe like medium heat. You could put like a bird's eye chili or 2 in there as well if you'd like. I've got I don't know, a large knob of ginger, a slightly smaller knob of turmeric, and yes, I'm saying turmeric instead of turmeric because people have been correcting me on that. I've got a few slices of galangal, which I have frozen, but should be fine. I also have candle nuts, which I am currently toasting in this pan here. I've heard that if you're using candle nuts that are not super fresh, it helps to toast them. These are not super fresh. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut all of these things up into more manageable pieces. I'm going to blend them into a blender, and I'm going to add a few more things. I'm going to cook this until the oil starts to separate from it. Should take maybe like 5-10 minutes. While I'm waiting, let's move on to the next ingredient. It also calls for McCroot lime leaves, which I do not have. However, I do have half of a McCroot lime. And so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take the rind off of it. The rind has a similar flavor to the leaves, so we're going to do that. McCroot limes, by the way, have a very interesting flavor to them. It is not just like a lime. It's more floral. It smells a little bit like laundry soap, but it tastes really good. If you like Thai curries, like this is a key ingredient in a lot of Thai curries. If you like Southeast Asian food, this is used a lot. And I think it's going to add a very nice flavor to this, even if I am using the rind and not the leaves. So the oil in there is separating a little bit. It's got a ways to go still, but I'm going to take this opportunity to wake up the lemongrass a little bit. So I'm going to chuck that in there. I'm also going to chuck in the McCroot lime rinds to them. And yes, the McCroot lime does have another name that starts with a K, but that K word is a slur in some countries, so I'm not going to call it that. We're going with McCroot lime. Oil seems to be coming out of it, it's darkened in color. I'm impatient, so I'm going to add the water to it. It takes about 1.5 liters of water. Lucky me, my pot has that measured, so I'm just going to go up to the lime. Okay, so I've got some palm sugar. I don't want to make this too sweet, so I'm just going to put in a little bit. I can always add more later if I so choose. Also, I'm going to add a little bit of bouillon to it. Now, I should point out that the Rawon that I am making is going to be meat-free. It's going to be a vegetarian version. Typically, this is not a vegetarian dish. It is made with beef and shrimp paste. I think instead of regular bouillon, usually a shrimp cube is put in there. I am not going to do that. If I were to put beef and shrimp in this, I would get very, very sick. Okay, so I'm sorry, we're not going to do it that way. We're doing this a vegetarian way. Since I'm not using beef, I'm going to put in a different protein, textured vegetable protein, or TVP. The problem with TVP is that it is pretty much flavorless. It just absorbs the flavor of what you put it in. So I may need to overcorrect a little bit with this and add more bouillon to it, more flavor to it, because I'm not going to be getting the flavor of beef in there. We'll see what happens. So this is typically going to cook for like an hour or two, and that is because you are cooking down beef, which you want to be soft. So since there is no beef in here, I'm not going to cook it for that long, but I'm going to cook it for a while, just because I know I'm using Keluak in there, and I'm not sure if maybe that needs to be cooked longer than it's already gone through to be prepared. So yeah, I'm going to cook this for maybe like 20-30 minutes and see where we're at then. Okay, it has been about 30 minutes, and look at that color. You can see why it's called black soup. So I'm going to actually turn this off. You can see that it has a silky kind of sheen to it, viscosity, if you will, and that is because of the candle nut that is in there, but maybe a little bit because of the Keluak too, because that was also fairly greasy, but that's going to make it really nice, have a nice mouthfeel. But this is full of little fiddly bits. I got the lemongrass in there, I've got the McCorkle lime rind in there. I don't want to get a spoon of that by mistake, so what I'm going to do is take my little strainer thing, and I'm going to scoop these guys out. Taste a little bit here. Ooh, that's good. Saying that, it needs a little bit of work. So it's a little bit bitter. And I think what might be causing that is the galangal. Some of the recipes I was looking at kept it in to the paste. Other ones, they have you remove it when you take out the lemongrass. So that might be why. And also it's a little bit gritty, and I think it's for the same reason. There's just like too many ground up rhizomes in there. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to add a little bit of sugar to that. I'm going to add a little bit of the juice of the MacLeod lime, because it doesn't have any like tartness to it. Not really. I'm going to add a little bit more bouillon to it, a little bit more water to it, some more chili to it, and then I'm also going to add the TVP. Oh yeah, this stuff looks really good, smells really good, and the taste. Really good. This, and I don't think I can really stress this enough, has a very deep, dark flavor. This is like a nut-based demi-glace. The flavor of it is complex. It's savory, it's nutty, it's chocolatey, it's got like a little hint of bitterness to it. And although this soup is typically made with a whole hell of a lot of meat in it, you put a bunch of beef in it, it tastes meaty. I would say that this would be a very useful base for making soups and curries and stews for people who do not eat meat, because it tastes meaty. It tastes like there's beef in there, but there's no beef in there. And if you want to have this with the beef in it, it's just going to taste even beefier. It's going to be like beefier than beef soup. And I haven't had a TVP chunk yet. Takes the flavor really well. I will say though that although this is very flavorful, I wish there were vegetables in it. It's just very simple. You know, it's like you got the soup, you get the protein, and that is all. I think when people eat this in Indonesia, usually it comes with like a little side of different ingredients that you might put in there, like some crackers, maybe some vegetables that you put in there, salted egg. The Rawon would work really well as a base for a vegetable soup. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to go like untraditional for a moment. It's not how it's normally done, but I think it'll be pretty good. So here is a big bowl of vegetables. We've got some cabbage, carrot, Thai eggplants, tomato, broccoli, long beans. So this is going to go into the pot. I'm going to add a little bit more water to it and maybe a bit more bouillon as well. All right, so it looks like we've got some carrot, cabbage, and TVP. And heat. Absolutely delicious. This is very, very good. Keluak is very, very good, and I think that this is an incredibly useful ingredient for cooking. And it's kind of surprising for me to say that, considering how this episode started, where I thought I had severely poisoned myself from this fruit. So yeah, this is not something to take lightly. Do not eat the fruit of it unless you're in Pulau and people around you are eating it. Do not use the seed of this unless you are sure that what you have is meant to be cooked with. Be careful out there. Be sure that if you are trying a fruit that you're not familiar with, that it's not rat poison. Saying that, I think if you utilize the Keluak properly, it can be very useful. This has a lot of potential applications. You can use it to make a gravy. That's a good idea. Different kinds of sauces, marinades, throw it into things that you might want to just like amp up the savory aspect of it. This is the end of the Australia videos. This is the last one. There might be a little piece here and there in the future episodes, but this was the last one. I've been posting videos from Australia for over 6 months now. Hope you enjoyed it, but now we are going to move on. I think coming up next are going to be some videos from the Americas, from here in North America, and then coming up I think will be Vietnam. So stay tuned for that. Thank you very much, and I will see you all next time. I would like to give a very big thank you to Bill T, Joseph McCorkle, and Smarter Every Day. They are mega patrons over on my Patreon page. Patreon and also YouTube memberships are how I keep this channel going, and it is a huge help. So for anyone out there who is interested in supporting the channel, but also getting some cool rewards in return, check out the information down below.